The Greedy Shopkeeper, a Karma Story. In a small town where everyone knew each other's names, there was a grocery store owned by a man named Mr. Douglas. To strangers, he seemed polite, even cheerful, but behind that friendly smile was something darker: greed. Customers often noticed that their bags felt lighter than expected, or that the prices never quite matched the labels. But since Mr. Douglas spoke smoothly and acted as if everything was normal, most people ignored the small differences. Then came a day that changed everything. Mrs. Turner, an elderly widow who lived alone, walked into the store with just a handful of coins. Her husband had passed away years ago, and she survived on a tiny pension. She picked up a loaf of bread and a small bottle of milk, carefully counting the coins in her wrinkled hands. When she reached the counter, she whispered, "This should be enough, right, Mr. Douglas?" Instead of kindness, Mr. Douglas smirked. He deliberately rang the items at a higher price and leaned closer. "If you can't afford good food, maybe you should just eat less, Mrs. Turner." The words cut through her like a knife. Customers in line glanced away, embarrassed, but no one dared to speak. Mrs. Turner's eyes filled with tears as she quietly pushed the milk back, leaving with only the bread. Standing nearby was Adam, a young man who often helped Mrs. Turner carry her groceries home. His jaw tightened as he watched the scene unfold. He wanted to shout, but instead, he made a silent promise: "This won't go unanswered." Over the next few days, Adam began visiting neighbors, explaining how Mr. Douglas had cheated Mrs. Turner and many others. He showed them how the weights on the scales were rigged and how prices didn't match what was printed. Word spread like wildfire. Families who had shopped at the store for years quietly stopped coming. Some drove to the next town. Others began supporting local farmers instead. The once busy shop grew emptier every day. At first, Mr. Douglas thought it was just a slow season. But when he saw entire shelves untouched and regular customers avoiding his store, panic started to creep in. He blamed others, never once admitting his own dishonesty. Then came a final blow. An inspector from the Health and Trade Department arrived after receiving multiple complaints. With sharp eyes, the inspector checked the scales, examined the shelves, and uncovered expired goods hidden at the bottom of the stacks. Mr. Douglas tried to protest, stammering excuses,